Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 10 maths. The chapter today we discuss that is the quadrilaterals. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using their email and the passwords that are provided by the administrator. Go to the subject tab, select maths from there. Scroll down to the grade 9. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So scroll down to the grade 10, view all chapters. So the chapter today we are on quadrilaterals. And here are the list of the lessons. So today we discuss the lesson which is properties of squares and rectangles, properties of trapezoids, properties of kites, properties review. Okay, so we discuss all these four lessons. So let's start from the first one, which is the properties of square and the rectangles. Let start. I was just checking my mic. So here is quadrilateral. It's given in the form of square, which is Q, R, S, and T. Okay, so what is M angle P, S, and T? Okay, so we are going to finding it out the angle P, that is here S and T. So for this one, we are going to check it out. How much the angles in the basically the squares? Look at here in the squares. As we can see that this is the form of this square here. Okay, like it's the shape like this way, and it cuts into 4 halves. As we can see that this one, when we check it out, and this one, what is the angle in between of it? This is 90 degree, am I right? This one is 90 degree. When we see here, it's also 90 degree. When we see here, it's also 90 degree. When we can see here, it's also 90 degree. And here the 90 is cut into 2 halves. Okay, 90 angle is cut into 2 halves. So when this 90 is cut into 2 halves, that means 90 is divided by 2, so which is 45. If they are saying that, like for example, this is A, then B, C, and D, they are saying that this is the square which is A, B, C, and D. Now what is the major angle? And here is the O, C, and D. Okay, so what is this major angle, which is this whole one is 90, so this is 45 and 45. Okay, so now here we can say this is the 45 degree. That is our angle. Now let's discuss here. Look at shape. So this is T, U, V, and W is the square. So what is U and V? Okay, now the line we are going to finding it out for the U and V. Look at here, it's a diagonal. So the diagonal is bisect each other and are congruent. So why the diagonals are bisect with each other? Because this and this one is the same, so we are just going to dissect this angle. Okay, so this is basically 42, 42, 42, and 42, and that is basically the 84 of it. Now the quadrilaters HIJK is the square. So what is the major angle GI and H? Now this is the same thing, just like we have already done it. For full one, it's a 90. Now you cut it into the 2 halves, that becomes 45. Okay. Let's suppose I'm going to write it here. Let's discuss some other. Now here are some test questions. Let's discuss one. Okay. Quadrilateral C, D, E, and F is a square. They are saying that this C, D, E, and F is a square. So what is the major angle E, D, and G? We're going out this E, D, and G. So how can we finding it out? Let's do it. Okay. They are saying that this is a basically square. I'm going to draw, this is the square and it cuts into two of the halves. Okay, C E F, this is C D, that is F and E, and in the center that is G. They are saying that we are interested to finding it out this one, G, D and E. Okay, as we can see that each basically these two lines are perpendicular with each other. This is 90. So here is the 90-degree angle. Here is the 90-degree angle. Here is the 90-degree angle. This one is 90-degree angle and this one is 90-degree angle. Okay, but it cuts into two halves. From this side, when we see this is cut into two halves, this 90 is cut into two halves. From this side, this 90 is cut into two halves. So when the 90 is cut into two halves, so this is 90 divided by 2, which is 45. So here we go with the 45. Okay, let's go with it and let's see our answer. This is the right answer. Okay, hope you guys understand this lesson. So solve the rest of the test questions by yourself. Now let's discuss the properties of the trapezoids. So here is the trapezoid. As we can see that these two lines are not parallel. Why? Because look, what are the meanings of the parallel lines and non-parallel lines? Look at here. If the parallel lines like in this way, these parallel lines never cross each other. The lines are like, for example, like in shape of this way. How we can say that these are not parallel? We are just going to move this line, okay, and move this line, so they cut into each other. So we can say that these are not parallel. Okay, if the lines are like in this way, if the lines are like in this way, maybe sometime lines are like in this way, maybe. Okay, so these are not parallel. So we can say that when in the question they're saying that, as we can see, this W and X and Y and Z, these are not parallel. Okay, so when it's not parallel, so what is Y and Z? Okay, let's check. So if WX and YZ is not parallel, so what is the YZ here? We can see that this is a basically quadrilateral, one of the parallel sides. Okay, ZX, W and Z and X and Y, these are parallel because not cross with each other. Okay, but one of the pair are congruent base angles. So as we can see that what is the angle in between of it, this is not exactly the 90-degree. Look at here, for example, if there are the two lines like in the form of this way, not too much. Okay, so look at in this shape. When we can see this shape, this is for example A and B, here it's C and D. So which two lines are parallel and which two lines are non-parallel? Think about it everyone, then tell me in the chat which two lines are parallel and which two lines are not parallel. There are two lines which are not parallel and there are two lines which are parallel. So when we can see that this is your AB, that is C and D. Okay, AB and CD, these are not parallel. Okay, so we can say that these two lines are no parallel. Okay, but when we can see that this one is AB and that is CD, I just, this is only a, And when they are saying that AC, this is your A and C, and that is your BD. These two lines are parallel. Okay. So the red, this is basically, you can say that red, no parallel. And when we're going to talking about the green, these are parallel. Okay, because these two lines are never crossed with each other, AC, B and D. So what is the parallel lines, which is AC, that is parallel to B and D. Look at here in this one shape. In one shape there are two things, two lines are parallel and two lines are non-parallel. Okay, so this is the way that we have discussed. And one more thing, now look at here. As we can see that what is the 90-degree angle, when we can see that 90-degree angle is when two lines are exactly perpendicular with each other. Okay, like in this kind of shape, this is the 90-degree. When your angle like in the middle of this one, like for example, sometime it's here, sometime it's here, sometime it's here, sometime it's on here. So when we can see that from this point, so these are less than 90. Okay, these are all less than 90-degree. This is 0 and that is in the 90. So these are all less than 90, and when it's like greater, so it's moving in this side, like the shape in this way. For example, if I'm going to draw the shape of this, so this is greater than 90, and when I'm going to draw this shape, so this is maybe less than 90. This is less than 90 because 90 angle lies at on here, and this is greater than 90 because the 90 angle lies on here. Okay, so it's less and it's a greater. So if the angle is not 90, so it may be 70, maybe it's 75, maybe it's 76. You are going to check it out, okay, by using the protractor. So now when we can see this angle, so that is the 76. Okay, now here the sides are given in this question. WX, that is 24, then S and V, which is 38. Okay, WX is given, SV and given. So what is T and U? So how can we finding it out? As we can see that, look at here, W and X. This is S and V. This is the middle. This is the half. When you're going to add these two lines and then divide it over the two, then you can get the answer of that thing. So how can we finding it out? Because SV, when we are going to look it up, is the half sum of both of it, UT and WX. Okay. So for example, if I'm going to draw this shape, let's draw it. Okay. So the shape is like this way. This is the shape. They are saying that these two lines are equal and these two lines are equal. Okay. This W and X is given in the question. That is, what is W and X, which is 24. W and X is given, that is 24. Now what is U and T? TU is not given. V and S is given, that is 38. This one is the 38. Okay, as we can see that S and V is the half sum of T and W and X. Okay, so what is the equation? Equation like in this and V, that is equals to the sum of UT plus WX over the half sum. Okay, this is basically the half sum of u and t and w and x. This is basically the thing which we can see that s and v is given, that is 38, and u w and x is given, that is 24, and they are saying that this is the half sum of ut and wx. Now when we are just going to put the values and then finding it out the answer of u and t, because these two lengths are given, we are finding it out the third length. So let's see. When s and v is 38, just putting the values 1 by 2 as it is, u and t still same because it's not given, and wx is 24. Now this half is basically the multiply here. We are going to move it from the other side. So this 38 times 2, which is equals to ut plus 24. This is 76, that is ut plus 24. Now subtracting, because 24 we are going to move it in the next side. So 74 out of 24, 76 minus 24. So there is 52. So your u and t is 52. We can see that this one is 52, this is 38, this is 24. Okay, this is the way that way you are going to finding it out. If the two lengths are given, then just finding it out the other length by using this method. Let's discuss the test questions. Now here t, q are the midpoints of the legs t. So su and pr is parallel of the trapezoids pr, s and u. If q and t is given, which is 42, p and u is given, which is 55, what is s and r? As we know that t and q is the midpoint of u, p and sr, then just placing the same thing we have done in it. Let's do it. This is qt qrs pu. They are saying that pu is the midpoint of which two one? UPSR. Okay, UP and S and R, the same thing just like the previous. Now placing the values, what is the PU? This is 55, half as it is, and QT is 52. This is Q and T, sorry. This is QT, midpoint of these two values, okay? Now here just placing the value of Q and T, because the midpoint value we are putting the side. So what is the QT? This is 42. PU is 55. So this is 42. PU is 55. And just finding it out S and R. Okay. So 42 times 2. This should be moving in this side. Here is 55 plus S and R. That is 84 minus 55, which is equals to S and R. So what is the answer of 84 minus 55? So the answer is 29. So your S and R, that is the side is 29. Let's see, is there any 29 is given? Yes, is the option. Let's go with it. And this is the right answer. Okay, this is the way that we are going to solve it. All right. So solve the rest of the test questions by yourself. Hope you guys understand this one. Now let's discuss the properties of kites. So the quadrilaterals G, H, I and J is a kite. So what is angle J? Sorry about that. So what is the M angle J? Two angles are given here. This is 106 and 86. And we are going to finding it out the other one. One angle which is 86 and the other angle that is given, this is 106. So we're going to finding M angle J. How can finding it out? As we know that because this is the trapezoids, sorry, this is the kite, so the all the angle which are measured, that is equals to 360 degree. Okay, two of them is given and two which are not given. When we see that two angle is given, that is 86 106, and the other two are not given, so we just adding up these two angles, then subtracting over 360 and then dividing, because 1 and 1. For example, here the angle, one angle is 86. Let's try it. Angle 1, this is 86, and angle 2, which is 106. Angle 2 is equals to 106. Let's write a name. Okay, G angle is given. Angle G, this is 86, and angle I, which is 106. We are going to finding it out which angle? Angle J. Finding it out angle J. And also the angle H is not given. Okay, let's add all the angles. So when you're going to add up angle G plus angle I plus angle J and plus angle H. Angle J and H, basically these measure all these four angles, which is equals to 360 degree. Okay, we can say that here the angle J and H are related with the X. Okay, angle G, angle I, so this is X and this is X. Okay, and here is 360. Now what is the angle G? Angle G is given, that is 86. And what is the angle I, which is given, that is 106. These two angles are two angle X, which is 360 degree. Now adding 106 and 86. 106 and 86, this is 192 plus 2 angle X, that is equals to 360. Now 2 angle X is written here, 360 minus 192 degree. So 360 minus 192. This is 2 angle X, which is equals to 168. Okay, this 2 is multiplying with X. Now here you are going to divide it, or otherwise dividing 2 on both sides. Here side it's cancel out. Now just in this one, 162, 168 divided by 2, so this is 84. So it means that one angle of X is 84, one angle of X is 84, J is 84, H is 84. Okay, so this is the way that we have done in it. Understand? Now let's discuss some test questions. Now let's discuss. So here is the question. First question is given here. So what is the first question? This is quadrilateral C, D, E and F is a kite. So what is M angle C? Two angles are given. Okay, so what are the two angles, which is 100, 126? 100 and 126. Let's do it with this one. So the one angle which is given, that is 100. F is 100, D is 126. F is equals to 100, D is equals to 126. Okay. So what is M angle C? C is not given, E is also not given. Angle C is not given and angle E is also not given. So what we'll do, first of all, we're gonna equal it, that is equals to X. Okay. Now adding up all of it, angle F plus angle D plus angle C and angle E, that is equals to 360. Now for F, it's putting 100 degree. For D, it's putting 126. It's 126. Yeah. Now for C and E, just placing X and placing X. This is equals to 360 degree. 100 plus 126 plus 2 angle X. This is equals to 360. Now what? Let's adding. So 100 and just adding up 126. So we can get the answer 226 plus 2 angle X, which is equals to 360. So 2 angle X, which is equals to 360 minus 226. Subtraction here. Going to move this 226. So, sorry. This is 360 subtraction 226. Sorry about that. 360 minus 226. This is 134. Okay. 2 angle X is equals to 134. Now let's dividing both of it with the 2. This should be cancel and angle X is divided by 2. That is 67. So it means that angle C is 67, angle E is 67. These are equals to F. Okay. So let's check, is there any answer for 67? Yeah, some here. So let's go with it. Yes, this is the right answer. So quadrilaterals E, F, G and H is a kite. So what is M angle F? Okay. G is given and E is given. So what is G? This is 99. So G is given, this is 90. 99. G is 99 and E is 75. And E is 75. Okay, G is 99 and E is 75. H is not given. And F is also not given. Okay. H is not given and F is not given. Now just adding and equals to 360. Okay. G, angle G plus angle E plus angle H and plus angle F, that is equals to 360. Okay. So now when you're going to add all of it, so what is the answer? Now just placing in place of G, that is 99. In place of E, just putting 75, placing all the values. 99, 75, these both are equals to x and x, just placing two angle x, and 360. Let's adding 99 plus 75. This is 175 plus 2 angle x. This is equals to 360. Now just subtracting, okay? 360 minus 174. So 360 minus 174. This is 186. So 186. Okay. Now dividing both sides with the 2. This should be cancelled. So 186 divided by 2. So this is 93. So each side is 93. So 93 is given here. So this is 93 and that is your right answer. Okay. So hope you guys understand this lesson. So solve the rest of the test questions by yourself. Okay. Now let's start the next lesson of the day. So property of quadrilaterals review. This is the review of all these. So here is the given quadrilateral C, D, E and F is an isosceles trapezoid. C and E is given. C and E, that is A plus 16. Okay. And D and F is given, which is 90A minus 2. So what is the value? So how can we finding it out the value? Just equal these two equations. Okay. Why? Because this length and this length is same. So we are just going to equal it. So let's equal A plus 16 and 19 minus 2. Okay. A plus 16 plus 16, which is equals to 19A minus 2 minus 2. Okay. Combine the A terms together and the remaining terms together. So how can we combining the A terms? So just combining it out. This is A minus 19A. 19A is moving in this way. And minus 2 minus 16. Okay. So A minus 19A, what is the answer? Minus 18A. This is equals to minus 18. Okay. Dividing on both sides with 18. So this should be cancelled. This should be cancelled. Here is minus A is equals to minus 1. Minus minus sign cancel. So the value of A is 1. Now look at here. We are going to finding it out this value of A. That's it. Okay. S and V is given. That is 3P minus 86. 3P minus 86 and UV is given. This is P. So find the value of P in parallelogram. So how can we finding it out the value of P? So S and V is equals to 3P minus 86. As we can see that SV and UV is equal. Why? Look at here. SV and UV, because this is the middle. When we equal it, let me just tell you, when we equal it, SV and UV. Okay, S and V and U and V. So what is S and V? This is 3P minus 86. 3p minus 86, this is equals to p. That is equals to p values. Just now solving it out, 3p minus p, and here is minus 86. So 3p minus p, what is the answer? That is 2p, which is equals to minus 86. Dividing both sides with the 2, this 2 and 2 should be cancelled. Only the p is left. And what is the answer here? Minus 43. So the what is value of p, which is 43. Okay. So now here the quadrilateral which is given, that is VWXY is a rectangle. So Vx is given, this is b plus 90, and W and y is given, which is 2b plus 10. So what is value of b? So Vx is equals to, what is Vx? b plus 90. Okay, let's do it, this one. So v and x is given, that is b plus 90, and wy is given 2b minus 10. Okay, v and x is given 2b minus b minus 90 and 2b minus 10. Now just equal vx, which is equals to w and y. What is vx? b plus 90. This is 2b minus 10. Now b plus 90, we are putting the b values together and the simple one together. So b minus 2b, just moving this 2b here, and 90 is moving here. 90, this is minus 90 and minus 10. So b minus 2b is minus b, minus 90 minus 10 is minus 100. And now just cancel the sign. So b is equals to 100. Okay. So this is value of b. Now let's start the test questions. We have done some test questions. So now find the value of z in the rhombus. U, V, W, X. W is given and U is given. So you are just going to combine U and W and U. Okay. U is equals to W. Let's do it. U, that is equals to W. So what is U, which is 10? U is your 10Z, and what is W, which is 17Z minus 77. 7Z minus 77. Now 10Z is on the same way, minus 17Z, which is equals to minus 77. So now what? So 10Z minus 17Z, the answer is minus 7Z. Okay. And here is minus 77. Dividing both sides with minus 7, this should be cancelled. Z is left. And this should be 7 times 1, 7 times 1, this is minus 11. Not minus, minus, minus also cancel. This is plus 11. Let's see, is there any 11 here? Yeah, it's on here. So let's go with it. So this is the right answer. Okay. Now the quadrilateral RSTU is an isosceles trapezoid, and M angle U is given. This is 18Z. So what is value of Z? Okay. Angle is given, that is 18Z, as we can see that. Now let's do it. I'm just going to use it, this one. Okay, from here, not just explaining everything. As we can see that all all angles M angle T and angle U is the same. Okay, because these two angles are same. What is the angle T? This is 108. And what is the M angle U? That is given, which is given at 18Z. Just dividing 18 over 108. When we are going to divide, so we can find our answer. Just multiplying. Here is multiply and here it's dividing. And then just same thing, we are going to equal it. Okay, we are just going to equal this one. So here we're gonna equal it and then just finding it out all the way. So now here we go with this. Okay, let's do it. 108, which is equals to 18Z. They are using this method. Okay, 108 is equals to 18Z. Is it 18? Yeah. Now just simply dividing 18 over this, and Z is here. Let's divide 108 over the 18, so we can get the answer 6. Because we both equals these two angles U and T. This is 6. And here we go with this one. And here is the right option. Hope you guys understand this lesson. So solve the rest of the test questions by yourself. So you guys make sure before starting the next session you practice all these lessons. So today we discussed the quadrilaterals, and which lesson we covered? The first lesson, that is properties of a square and a rectangles, properties of trapezoids, properties of kites, and properties of quadrilaterals review. Okay, these 4 we have done. So before starting the next session you guys practice all these lessons. And so for now, have a great day you all. Bye.